Welcome to another episode of GoCast. My name is Macall. I'm sitting in the big seat for Ninoy. Today's discussion, we are looking at gospel groups in the country. There has been a rise every time we hear one group or the other popping up from one part of the country. We are looking at the impact it has on the industry, the impact it has on the space. And today, we have a troublesome trio. Interesting group on their podcast today. We have former manager and current manager of arguably one of the longest serving groups in the country on there. So let me get to the guys in the studios today. So where do I start from? Okay, Yellow System start for Yellow CC for corner. So Joshua is the current manager for Doctors of Glorious Jesus. Joshua, how are you doing? Please speak into your microphone for me. Thank you. Yes.
I'm good. Let me introduce Olympio, the former manager of Doctors of Glorious Jesus.
Yeah, Olympio is
Honorable.
I'm doing well.
Honorable. Ezu.
Everything
fine.
Yeah, everything's good.
My hammer is there.
Also, you have heard from Olympio, you have heard from Joshua. Also, is the manager for Better Revival Choir. I think they are multiple award-winning group. They have won a TGMA before.
Yeah.
When it was VGMA. Yeah. Yes, David is here with us. So, guys, welcome once again.
Thank you.
Yes, we are talking about Christian groups, and then we have seen that there has been a tremendous growth in groups in the country. Before, it was basically about church choirs, but our church choirs are now transforming into interdenominational choirs, where almost every time there are groups popping up every time, every part of the country. Generally, as somebody who used to manage a group before, what's your perception about groups, Christian gospel groups?
Thank you very much. My perception about Christian groups is that, it's based on consistency. One of the antidotes, or let's say one of the key measures that has been keeping these groups together is consistency. And we've had the likes of family commissions.
Okay.
We've had the likes of Joyful Ways.
Yeah.
Had the likes of Overflows, who I think recently we have the likes of Empress. And then we've had the likes of
Overflow. Are they still?
I don't know.
Because
I don't know.
It's been a while. Yeah.
Since J-Loops traveled, I don't know whether it's still in existence. We've also had the likes of other groups internationally, as our neighboring country, that is Igwe. Those who sang Igwe.
What's the name?
Midnight Crew.
Yeah.
Midnight Crew. The reason why I mentioned all these groups is based on consistency. Some have failed off, some are still in existence. My perception about these groups as to whether or not it has improved the lives of the gospel industry is that, yes, one way or the other it has. And then when you look at the likes of MOGs and then the Joe Metals and the Denzels and all those, and our recent legends, let me put it that way, they all came up from groups. And so the group helps form these artists who are now in the lifetime, or let's say who are now top artists
in Ghana.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it groups, it forms and it grooms you as an artist. Just that for one way or the other, if you are not so consistent on it, for example, Family Commission, they were doing very good. I don't know what brought about the dissolvement and whatsoever that we don't hear from them again. Joyful Way is still consistent. I don't know their structures, what they are doing that has kept
doing right, that has kept
exactly.
them together.
And then the other groups too who are not in operation again, but individually, when you look at people who were part of these groups, they have made headways. Not to forget, Denzel also had a group. That was the first time I saw the likes of Sisi Bedu.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and all that. Denzel used to Sisibedu used to be a backing vocalist for Denzel.
Yeah.
And so one way or the other, it has shaped the likes of these artists, and then is doing well with regards to the gospel industry. It's bringing forth, or is nurturing, or is giving birth to
some of our big artists.
Yeah, to some of our recent big artists. Yeah, and I think is doing well.
Let me get Joshua. You manage one of the longest serving groups, gospel groups this country has had, Daughters of Glory Jesus. There is always, we all know that anywhere there are a group of people, there'll be a bit of misunderstanding. How has Daughters been able to stay like this for that long?
Well, I mean, they've answered these questions a couple of times. It's first of all the God factor. You see, their background, they were lucky enough to have a spiritual father.
Okay.
From scratch. They were teenagers, right? And to date, they still submit to him. Whatever he says is final for them. If they are scheduled or booked for a program tomorrow and the man calls in and say, move here, they will stop whatever thing they are doing and move. So first of all, they have someone who directs them, right? And again, I think they understand the music business. They understand it in a way that they know that the three of them, they have shared roles for themselves. So no one is greater than the other. Okay, for instance, they have the leader for the music part. When it comes to the technical music, we're doing music. Cynthia heads that part. When it comes to the spiritual aspect, who leads their prayer, who is in charge of their fasting, Auntie Monica does that.
Okay.
When it comes to their wardrobe and their calendar planning, Auntie Edna does that. So they've shared the responsibilities. It is very difficult to have a group and say that they will not misunderstand each other or anything, but because they understand where they are going and what they need to do to get them there, they always find a way to, But I think that the major thing is they have a leader who is directing them. Most of these groups, the Christian groups that Olympio was mentioning, I think sometimes when the leader, the supposed leader, gets busy or gets engaged with something else, the group will be no more. So it is very important to fix the group in such a way that you don't get the responsibility on just one person, so that if that person is sick, not available, or anything at all, it does not affect the whole group.
Would there be a case where Mama Cynthia will not be available and the two others will perform?
Yes.
Because in most cases, we have seen daughters perform, and every time it's really as if Mama Cynthia, who is the lead singer, and the rest are backing vocalists. Yes. I know our conversation is not just centered around daughters, though, but I just want to be clear. Is there a case where we will have one of them lead the song and...
It's happened a couple of times. So the thing is that ideally, when they know one is not going to be available, they won't take
the deal. Okay.
But sometimes it's a program that is already booked and there are emergencies.
Okay.
And so when it happens like that, you can't be given an excuse that, sometimes you need to just show up. And it happens several times. They have other people they are grooming. One will step in. A Fiesca, for instance, can step in for any of them too.
Okay.
So I'm saying that it's not something that is regular, but it happens. It happens. If Ma Monica is not there, someone can step, or even the two of them can just go. But that's not good for the brand. It hardly happens.
Yeah. You want to say something? No. Let me get to Ankide. You manage Better Revival Choir. I know groups have their own ego, creatives. If they are a group of people that are very egoistic, they are creatives. You are managing a group that has backing vocalists, instrumentalists, and they are full of creativity. How do you manage this ego so that one person doesn't feel as if I'm the superhero? If I don't exist, the group doesn't exist. If I'm not the one playing the bass, then the bass name. I'm not the one singing the song because I didn't sing the song. The person who sang the song How do you manage all these egos?
So for me, one thing I've always been thankful to God for is the fact that He has blessed us with a lot of maturity. I say maturity because, as you said, someone will say that I've always been playing the bass.
Yeah.
I've always been playing the drums. Why is it that now that it's time for me to be on the main stage to shine? I want to collect my shine. You're patching me. You're getting someone else. It can easily break the group. So for us, we are blessed with a lot of maturity. I remember those some few years past when we came into the limelight and people noticed that Senna and Bludo Dames were actually not members of the choir, but were invited to play. And even our subsequent albums, some of our programs, they come in to play and all that. And people kept asking, so how do your regular
drama and
the instrument, even the singers, how do they feel about this, especially even getting the choir to feature certain people that that, oh, this is my time to shine. I've always been singing. I can actually do this song. But you bring someone from outside who has not gone through struggles and all that to come and just take the shine and all that. It's just about maturity. A number of groups and choirs I've met, I tell them that maturity, this is not about book maturity, this is not about school maturity, but it's spiritual maturity. In the sense that you need God to work on you to understand that you can't always be there. And moreover, it is also an opportunity for you to learn. The truth is that if you can tell yourself that someone is better than me and I want to learn under the person, that is another form of maturity. You don't know it all. So if you get the opportunity,
but it pains. I will rehearse with the choir, I will rehearse with the team for a long time. When we are playing the small churches, that one they know me that can play bass. But the moment we get the big gig, the big stages, and all of a sudden you remember that, oh, there's this guy that can play.
Honesty will do you a lot of good.
Yes, that's why he mentioned in the first.
Honesty will do you a lot of good.
Understanding each other is part of the maturity. Yeah. Submitting is part of the maturity. So if
self-belief is also part of maturity.
But you know where we take it from? We understand that. I'm not saying that you, for instance, if I am playing and maybe on the big stage, Olympio has to come and play. I'm not saying that I'm not giving God my best. But the fact that I understand that Olympio is better than me and he's going to do better than me and he's going to give out his best. And when he's doing that, I have the opportunity to learn for free. Mm-hmm. It's a form of maturity that you need to grab. And very soon you will also be there and you need to mentor someone. Mentoring that person, you need to let that person know that you have certain opportunities that you don't need to hold grudges over, but it's an opportunity for you to learn.
It's actually a mindset most of these new upcoming artists they lack. They see these old women and they feel like, oh, I can pitch better than her. You have a lot to learn from her. You can sing better than her, but you might not go beyond 10 years.
True.
Exactly.
You understand?
Very true.
And it's not about, the longevity is very key.
Yeah.
You understand? If you are just here for today and tomorrow we don't hear from you, you pitch all the pitching you want to do in the world today and tomorrow we can't hear from you. You are gone. So the maturity to understand that I need to learn something from this person and not compete.
Yeah.
You understand? The maturity to understand that I need to learn and not compete. I am with a bigger group. I think Daughters has the biggest band when it comes to instrumentalists. The biggest. I don't know of your numbers.
Oh, okay.
And sometimes you need to pick.
Yeah.
My job as a manager is to be able to identify that this song Olympio plays is better than David.
Yeah.
Okay.
You understand? And try to let them know that you are playing this, you are playing that. Sometimes you don't even need to tell them. You
get them so they know that.
And they know. So if you are always up there with your ego, I am supposed to play. Hey, Mensah.
And you know, currently, recently when Kumasi and it was a live program that was shown, and I was reading some of the comments, and someone put a comment up that why is it that now Bethel, this is not the whole Bethel, you're always going with a smaller team. It's a smaller team, like you're just a number of people, a handful of people. We want to see the big numbers. It also plays a role because it's difficult for instance, anytime you are going out, I'm not chosen to go out, but there are other people. It's a very Herculean task to do.
That was going to be my next question. I know that if I'm an event organizer, why will I spend money to come and take a big band like Better Revival Choir that even the singers are even like 20 something for the instrumentalists? Why I can bring in one Kojo in cancer to just come and sing a song, have like a one instrument.
Exactly.
Why will I?
That is why we should be giving credit to bands like Bethel, all those
the Joyful Ways, Embrace.
What they are doing is really good because it's not about the money. If you've ever engaged them before, if you give them, if you, I don't want to mention any amount. Otema almost said then, it's not about the money, pure passion, and the maturity. Say you perceive at the end. Most of them. That's why this topic is key, because if it's a gospel group, a separate here, I want them to finally, and your group now go. What birthing out a lot of talents to go. Just like Olympio was saying, I have seen CC behind Jeju, CC behind
I'd call it Denzel. Yeah.
Now there are no more parts.
At a point in time, we even saw Joe Metal leading Soul Winners.
Exactly.
At a point in time.
Yeah. Exactly. That Soul Winners is not there. But Joe is doing his thing. No Tribe. There are no more. Masi is doing his thing.
Now they're a tribe.
Abi
said no tribe. Now
there's a tribe.
Now there's a tribe.
You understand? So I feel the groups we should encourage more groups. Okay, Team Eternity as of now. If the Team Eternity group is not there, it's no more there. You will see the number of people from the slim girl to the big girl to Nanaya himself. They are betting out talents.
Yeah.
But isn't that also another problem? Every time a gospel group separates, it's just one or two people that come out big. The rest fall off.
I don't believe so. The secular, they don't come at all.
No, secular, even when they are together, there's one person there.
So not everybody is born to shine. I mean, that's my perception too. So some will have to rely on others to also shine, and so. Unfortunately, if the group falls out, I'll use Denzel's group as a case study. I mean, it was a group of I think 100 or so. There were quite a number. But I was not part.
I'll tell you more.
I was not part. I was a sympathizer.
I see.
Yeah.
Tobacco no more party.
But the
maturity to stay and learn.
I was never part. But I was a sympathizer of Denzel and his he had a name for the crew. HBM crew, and not everybody in the crew or in the group have excelled.
Yeah,
the likes of Jeju and Denzel. That's the and Sisi Bedu. That's the only two that are out, and then I'm yet to see the rest. But as I was saying, not everybody is born to shine. You understand? Provided we are in a group and we fall off, I mean, one or two is destined to shine. The rest will have to rely on the strength of others to also shine. But unfortunately, if they split out and that's it, their careers are out. So not everybody is born to shine. Your strength matches with my strength. So I'll give you an example of the secular group called the P Square. Where are they now? When they fall, when they are together, it's P Square. We feel them, but when they separated,
Rude Boy and the other guy.
Rude Boy and all those things, we were not seeing top. I mean, and that is how it is. So, provided we are together, we all bring our strengths together, right? You understand? We bring our ideas together, then we make it to the top. But provided we split and see, But you see prior TTR, prior Tintin, and all those
Yeah,
things.
they're all over the place.
They were when they were
As a group, yeah.
as a group, you could hear the Angelina. Was it Angelina?
Is it Angelina?
Yeah, exactly. You know how it was all over the airwaves and it was making sure. But when they split, I mean, it's not good. So we all need each other. You understand? Some are born to lead. Some are born to follow. So that's how it is. Yeah.
If you have the opportunity to invest, which one would you prefer, a group or a single artist?
I'll do both.
You're supposed to choose one. A gun to your head. Invest. A group, a gospel group, or a single artist.
All has advantages and disadvantages.
So among the advantages and disadvantages, which one's advantage?
You need to weigh, and it also depends the amount of investment that you have.
Okay.
You know, having a particular investment for a single artist is going to be different from having a particular investment for a group. You understand? Because for a group, I believe as an investor, you need to do costumes. You need to do a lot. I mean, what you can do for one person, you are multiplying it by the number of people in the group. And so it's going to depend. For example, Team Eternity, if I want to be an investor vis-a-vis a single artist, it's going to depend how demanding it's going to be and how my returns are also going to come in as quickly as possible. You understand? So comparing these two is going to be quite difficult, unless of course the two you are comparing, one is bigger than the other,
okay,
which can give you your ultimate revenue as quickly as possible. Then you have to go in for whichever is going to give you your revenue as possible. But if the other way, then so it's like comparing apples to
5,000.
5,000.
I wouldn't have a problem investing in a group or an individual. You just need to prove to me that the quality is there, and I'm not going to waste my money. Do you understand? If I have the opportunity to invest, I would not. Being a group or an individual, I would not really mind. I just want to know that you have the prospects. You are serious enough that if I put my money in it, I will not regret not putting it in a cocoa farm like 5 years to come. That's
but not to cut it before David comes. Sorry to cut you, David. Right now, even the word single artist or artist is becoming wayward in a sense that I'll use Joe Metal as a precedent. Joe Metal has a group that he works with.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, he has a band.
He has a band that he works with. Unfortunately, he comes as a single artist or the mainstream person because he works with a particular BVs. He works with a particular group, musicians.
Instrumentalists.
Yeah, that's instrumentalists. And so it all forms part of one way or the other. It forms
like
part of the group.
That was exactly what I was going to say.
You understand? So anyway,
if you say a single artist, you are deceiving yourself because the group already has all these people. Exactly. I just saw my mate.
So okay, me too.
Because the single artist still has all these people around him, and you still have to give them transportation and all that. But people will say, I'm inviting just you. Obviously, you don't expect the person to just come there because definitely he has a team that he's working with. He has a band that he flows with. So you don't expect that he just comes alone. He comes with all these people. He needs to sort them out. So investing, you might throw yourself off if you think that investing in an artist is far better than investing in a group, because investing in a group, you already have all these people. So in your mind, on your budget sheets and all that, you have made provision for all these people, compared to saying that you're investing in an artist, in a single person, and you think that all your investment of your budget of 5,000 is going to just one person. You now get in there and you realize that you have to pay the producer, you have to pay the arranger, you have to pay the writer, you have to pay the instrumentalist, pay the BVs.
I mean, and we can't have this conversation without giving special mentions to Family Commission. some of these groups,
I've been there for a long
and
time.
they made us love what we are doing now.
Yeah.
Family Commission sang Obe Ye Ye.
Great Commission.
Great Commission,
Commission,
right?
yeah.
No, it's Family Commission.
Family Commission. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You had that
Oh,
fair
yeah,
guy.
yeah.
He's
Yeah.
now as a
Yeah.
sound engineer.
Yeah.
Then
yeah.
there's New Creation. That
This group that Koda led the there was this group that Koda led the outbreak of Koda. Some Baptist choir in KUST.
Yeah. I remember. We also had one that Tema. This Messi Mama. What's his name?
Neokai.
Neokai. He had a group.
They need special mentions. I mean, New Generation brought Eurade to Timada, Joyful Way,
Jane and Bennis.
Susie and Matt, Tego Sisters, Daughters of Glorious
Where's Susie and
Jesus.
Matt? Where's Susie and Matt?
Susie and Matt.
After marriage.
They are there. Matt
Nana
is
and Dan.
Nana and Dan.
Matt is
Get here,
Canada.
get here. Friends.
I think Nana and Dan they were married.
Yeah.
Get your friends in the
Maybe
group.
one person.
It's one person.
Yeah. That's your friend.
Get in a be where you not be friends no.
You put it like get your friends with one person.
No, but
William Mike.
Is it Nana and Jane?
Nana and Dan. Jane and Bennis.
Somebody they were married, right? Yeah. So after divorce and then
okay.
So from Tego Sisters then to
William Mike.
Daughters of Glorious Jesus.
William
Mike.
Yeah.
William Mike Ketchup. Hey.
Hey.
The group. Yeah.
Alligator Green. So I mean these groups they are the groups that we used to listen to. And I mean now the new generation Team Eternity, the Blood Crew.
And then there's this group, some group from Kumasi. What's their name? Oh, there's this group from Kumasi. They're also very good. There are other groups around.
There are upcoming groups that.
Yes. I just want to say they should take the branding seriously. Men let me tell who to backing kwan. Yeah, I mean, work it out. You don't know who you are producing.
Okay.
You don't know if the song doesn't blow, your bassist can blow. You understand? Your lead guitarist can blow. So keep the groups coming. We are in support. If you need funding, see Honorable Olympio. You mean we are good.
David, let me ask you my last question and wrap up. So I saw a minister, like a pastor, complaining that this rise of groups is taking away singers from their church. Because now there's a competition with you going for a rehearsal in your church and your other group. Should people be worried about those things? Because now we have a lot of groups that, even before, when you mentioned church groups, when you mentioned gospel groups, mostly about churches having their choirs. But now we're having choirs that are not just limited to a particular church. Should people also be worried about that thing?
I think there's this understanding that we need to get. Ministry, I always refer people to the Great Commission. It says that the harvest is large, but the laborers are few. That is how I see ministry. Okay, so I always tell my people that I don't care if today you choose to leave the choir.
Oh, okay.
You might find your path in a different group, which might not necessarily be better. So I wouldn't have a problem if you leave, because if I make you stay, I'm hindering you contributing to the Great Commission.
Okay.
Do you get it? So I kind of do not really agree with pastors who feel like you are in my church. Stay in my church. There was one encounter that I had with another person, someone who wanted us to come to her church. In fact, a big lady in one of the government institutions wanted us to come to her church. And I made a comment that, mostly in the morning, Sunday morning, we want to spend it at our church and all that. And she made a profound statement that the gift was not given to you for a particular church. It was given to you for the body of Christ. Then that was where I realized that I need to go back to my Bible and
No,
up my knowledge.
in which year was this?
That was
Which don't say it. Can you come and tell you politics?
Which year was this?
So with this group thing you mentioned, I remember that is why Olympio's group couldn't stand. There's a choir in our church, and Olympio formed a new group called Vessels.
Are you here? Are you here?
There was a choir in your church, and Olympio formed another group in the church.
Another one. What's the name?
Why? Vessels of what?
So let
Vessels of what?
No. So let me tell you.
When it was time for the choir,
We are wrapping up.
No.
We are wrapping up.
So provided he has brought it up, I need to bring out the genesis of what transpired.
today.
We are just
You
saying
can just
that.
give me an indication without it like.
Did you form
I
the
formed the
choir?
choir.
How did you
Out of
collapse?
another choir.
Not out of another choir.
In the
It was
same
a-
church.
No, it was a youth choir. We didn't have anything called youth choir.
What's the name? They want to know the
What's the
name.
name?
It is not. The name is not important.
We want to know the
But
name.
I want to give you the
like-
synopsis of creating the group. It was not out of a choir. That would be so unfair to the choir. And no leader, and no leader in our church would even agree to that. That you should form a choir from a choir. It was a youth. I saw the opportunity and I saw the potential in the youth. And
Macall, we can close now.
We can close now.
Thank you very much.
Guys, thank you very much. Catch us next time on GoCast. We are done.